This is Mongra Singh welcoming you all to English news from BTV Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Rohingyas must return but not by force, says Foreign Affairs Advisor Raater sign. Political parties must make some compromises in order to draft July Charter based on national consensus, comments National Consensus Commission Vice President Dr. Ali Riyad. A former Prime Minister and BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia to reach Dhaka on Tuesday by special air ambulance given by Qatari Amir. Information and Broadcasting Advisor Mahbub Alam urges journalists to work with professionalism from responsibility to people. Other reform processes not to be sustainable unless judicial system completely reformed, says Chief Justice Dr. Saifullah Ahmed. Pakistan banned Indian flag carriers in its ports in retaliatory response as diplomatic tensions flares following deadly attack in Indian-administered Kashmir. And Barcelona defeated Real Valladolid by 2-1 in Spanish La Liga. Viewers, those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. A National Security Advisor, Dr. Khalilur Rahman, said no agreement or discussion has taken place regarding a humanitarian corridor in Rakhine. He said Bangladesh is keeping all options open to resolve the Rohingya crisis. Khalilur Rahman made the remarks while speaking at a seminar in the capital today. Armed Forces Division organized the seminar focusing on steps for Rohingya repatriation at the Bangladesh University of Professionals BUP. Mentioning that Bangladesh respects the territorial integrity of Myanmar, the National Security Advisor said Bangladesh will not get involved in any proxy war on behalf of the United States. He said discussions about sending humanitarian aid to Rakhine are still at a very early stage. Highlighting the positive aspects of the matter, he said, if the right steps are taken, it can become an opportunity to create a conducive environment for Rohingya repatriation. At the same event, a Foreign Affairs Advisor Raater said, the Rohingya must return but not by force. A practical result will come through diplomatic discussions, he added. A National Consensus Commission Vice President Dr. Ali Riyad said, political parties will have to make some compromises in order to draft the July Charter based on national consensus. He said this at the very beginning of a dialogue with the 12-party alliance held at the LD Hall of the Parliament building today. And the dialogue leaders of the 12-party alliance said they are unwilling to delay reforms. The alliance chief coordinator Mustafa Jamal Haider said, in order to hold the national election, everyone must reach a minimum level of consensus as soon as possible. Meanwhile, out of the 166 proposals made by the National Consensus Commission, the 12-party alliance agreed with 111, disagreed with 48, and did not provide an opinion on 7 proposals. National Consensus Commission members Safaraj Hussain, Dr. Bodilal Majumdar, and Dr. Muhammad Ayub Mia were present at the discussion. Chief Advisor's Special Assistant Monir Haider moderated it. A former Prime Minister and BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia will return home on Tuesday by a special air ambulance given by the Emir of Qatar. The ambulance is scheduled to depart Heathrow Airport in London at 4:10 p.m. local time on Monday. The flight is scheduled to reach Hamad International Airport in Doha at 1:25 a.m. local time. After making a stopover in Doha, the air ambulance will depart from Doha at 2:30 a.m. and reach Hazrat Shahzal International Airport in Dhaka at 10:30 a.m. Bangladesh time on Tuesday. On Saturday evening, BNP chairperson's media wing sources said the BNP chairperson will return home by an air ambulance sent by the Emir of Qatar, not by a flight of Biman Bangladesh Airlines. Earlier, the party had said that Khalda was returning to Dhaka via London Sylhet route by a regular flight of Biman Bangladesh Airlines. Two daughters-in-law, Dr. Jobed Rahman and Sharmila Rahman, will also return with her. It is to be noted that BNP leaders and activists are excited about the return of the party's chairperson to the country. The team is preparing to welcome her. Information and Broadcasting Advisor Mahbub Alam urged the journalists to work with professionalism from responsibility to the people. He said the government will take all necessary measures to protect journalism. He said this while speaking at an event organized by Transparency International Bangladesh (TIB), marking the World Press Freedom Day at Dhanmondi in the capital today. Media Reform Chief Kamal Ahmed, Swedish Ambassador in Dhaka Nicholas Wikis, Times Media Group Chairman A.K. Azad, BJC Chairman Hasnul Haq Raja, and AFP Dhaka Bureau Chief Sheikh Sabi Alam, among others, addressed the event moderated by TIB Executive Director Ithekarachaman. The Appellate Division of the Supreme Court has fixed Tuesday next for hearing the state's leave to appeal against the High Court verdict that acquitted all accused in the 21st of August grenade attack case. The Appellate Division bench, headed by Justice Jubair Rahman Chaudhary, set the date today following separate applications submitted by the state. Additional Attorney General Mohammad Abdul Jabbar Bhuiya informed journalists of this development. He said since the 21st August grenade attack case is sensitive one, Justice Jubair Rahman Chaudhary felt it would be better if the hearing were conducted under the leadership of the Chief Justice Rifat Ahmed. For this reason, he postponed the hearing date. Meanwhile, a writ petition has been filed with the High Court challenging the legality of some provisions in the Women's Affairs Reform Commission report. Supreme Court lawyer Roshan Ali filed the petition today. The petition also seeks a High Court directive to form a committee of experts and Islamic scholars to review the contentious and conflicting issues. The petition names 3 ministries and the chairman of the Women's Affairs Reform Commissions as respondents. The High Court bench of Justice Fatima Najib and Justice Shikdar Mojumdar Raji is likely to hold a hearing on the petition this week. Meanwhile, the hearing of Bangladesh Jamaat-e-Islami appeal to regain its cancelled registration will resume this week. The case is expected to appear on the court's list for hearing on Tuesday or Wednesday. The Appellate Division bench led by Justice Jubair Rahman Chaudhary provided this information today. Barrister Hassan Abdul Siddiq applied to expedite the hearing of Jamaat's registration appeal case. Chief Justice Dr. Syed Rifat Ahmed said that other reform processes will not be sustainable unless the judicial system is completely reformed. He made these remarks while talking to reporters at Chittagong University this afternoon. Earlier, the Chief Justice presented the keynote address at the A.K. Khan Memorial Law Lecture 2025, Reimaging the Future of Justice seminar organized by the Faculty of Law and A.K. Khan Foundation at Chittagong University. In the speech, Chief Justice highlighted various steps to reform the judicial system. He said, in the past years, bias, discrimination and inequality have been noticed in the country's judicial system. The work of reforming of the judicial system is ongoing to eliminate them and de-establish a just society. Dean of the Faculty of Law, Professor Dr. M. Jafarullah Talukdar presided over, among others, Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Muhammad Yahya Akhtar, Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic Professor Dr. Muhammad Shamimuddin Khan, Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration Professor Dr. Muhammad Kamaluddin, Trustee Secretary of AK Khan Foundation Salahuddin Qasim Khan, a trustee of the foundation AM Jayuddin Khan, and other concerned persons addressed the occasion. Now, international news. Pakistan banned the use of its ports by Indian flag carriers in a tit-for-tat response as diplomatic tensions between the two nations flared in the wake of a deadly attack in occupied Kashmir. The April 22 attack in Pahalgam killed 26 people, mostly tourists, in one of the deadliest assaults since 2000. India has implied cross-border links without evidence, while Pakistan has rejected the claim and called for a neutral proof. Tensions have since spiked, with Pakistan reinforcing its forces and India's premier granting operational freedom to the military. As Pakistan in the early hours of April 30 said, it expected an Indian incursion within 24 to 36 hours. Diplomatic channels have been engaged to prevent conflict. Earlier, India said Pakistani flagships would not be allowed to visit any of its ports, and Indian flagships would not visit any ports in Pakistan. A trade between the two nations has dwindled over the last few years. Singapore's People's Action Party, PAP, won its 14th successive election on Saturday to extend its unbroken six-decade rule, delivering a strong mandate to its new premier as the city. State braces for economic turbulence from a global trade war. The PAP, which has ruled since before Singapore's 1965 independence, won 87 of the 97 parliamentary seats up for grabs, with victories by huge margins in many of the 33 constituencies as the opposition failed to extend gains in previous contests. Another 39 Palestinians have been killed in Israeli attacks in the Gaza Strip. Israel carried out attacks in several parts of the valley on Saturday. Hospital and civil defense sources said at least 3 children were among the dead. Meanwhile, scores of trucks carrying food, water, and medicine are stuck in Gaza's border. The Gaza government's media office said at least 57 Palestinians had died of starvation during the Israeli blockade. Protests around the world over Israeli blockade are intensifying. The United Nations and human rights activists have called for humanitarian aid to reach Gaza's coastal areas unhindered. Gaza's health ministry sources said at least 52,495 Palestinians have been killed and 118,366 wounded in Israeli war in Gaza.